Matthew and John's nephew, and I've come here tonight to entertain you with some comedy stand-up. First of all, before we crack on with the first sketch, I'd like to tell you a little bit about, say, how my trip went. I went on a trip over the summer and I went to a village, and it was a very nice trip, it was a very nice village, and the first thing I decided to do was I decided to go and park. Now that was a catastrophe for one. And when I arrived back at my car, I noticed that there was a little blue slip in my bonnet, and it said parking, fine, so I was very pleased with that. So after I had parked my car, I decided that I would head off to Tesco's, one of my most favourite shops. So when I got to Tesco's, I heard about this little man who had decided to get a job there, and he went up to the manager and he said, well, why have you given me a job here? And the manager looked down at the little man and said, because every little helps. So after Tesco's, I decided that I would head back to my car because I wanted to go to the DVD renting shop, and I wanted to rent out Batman Forever. So I went up to the manager and I said, excuse me sir, I'd like to rent out Batman Forever. And the manager said, I'm sorry, it's got to be back by Wednesday. And I bought a special features disc, and when I got home it was very interesting because they said deleted scenes. So I went to the deleted scenes and nothing there. So that was just completely, absolutely tragic. So after that I decided that I think I'd open a little ice cream stall. So a man came up to me and he said, excuse me sir, I'd like to buy an ice cream. And I said, would you like hundreds and thousands? He said, no, we'll stick to one for now. And then he said, would you like some Knickerbocker glory?
Thank you.
And I said, well, I guess I do get a lot of freedom in these trousers, yeah.
Just like.
So once I'd finished with the ice cream stall, I decided that I would go and watch a football match. And when I got to the football match, I noticed that there was a guy sitting next to me. And I said, oh, so what's your favourite sport then? He said, football. And then the referee walked on, I thought, oh, it's all going to kick off now. And after that, I then decided to go to the shoe shop because I needed some new football boots. And when I got there, I tried them on, and the woman said, I think they're a bit too tight. So I said, what shall I do? And she said, try them on with the tongue out. I said, they're still a bit too tight. So that didn't work either. So after that, I noticed that my dog had some unusual goo around its eyes. I said, dear Marie, looks like conjunctivitis.com. Now there's a website for sore eyes. And I noticed that my dog looked like it had arthritis. It wasn't looking very well. So I took him to the vet, and the vet said, I'm sorry sir, I'm going to have to put your dog down. I said, well, I didn't know his condition was that bad. Why do you have to put my dog down? And he said, well, it's because he's too heavy, sir. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our first little sketch of the evening. Are we all familiar with the TV show, reality TV show, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here? Yeah. Well, does anybody have any ideas, or can anybody tell me who presented I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here? Correct, yes, Anton Deck. So, Anton Deck.
Well, good evening, yes, and welcome back to Australia. So it's now time to meet our celebrities. Remember, you're voting on who you want to see stay in the camp. And for those of you who don't know me, I also present Britain's Got Talent, the show for any age with any talent. So I'm now going to pass you over to my little man, Deck.
That's right, the phone lines are now open, so please make sure that you're voting on who you want to see stay in the camp. There are three celebrities on who you want to see stay in the camp. So to vote for Joe Pasquale, dial 090 32 32 01.
And to vote for Kevin Webster, dial 090 32 32 02.
And to vote for Michael McIntyre, dial 090 32 32 03.
So it's now time to meet our contestants. So our first contestant up this evening is Joe Pasquale. So Joe, why do you think that you could win I'm a Celebrity?
Right, I've got the voice of authority, right? And people speak very highly of me, and I think I could be the 100% king of the jungle. Although sometimes I'll get on your nerves, yeah. But as I said, Anton Deck, people speak very highly of me.
Well, we just think you speak highly. So it's now time for our next contestant of the evening. It is Mr. Kevin Webster. Are we all familiar with Coronation Street's Kevin Webster? Yes. So, Kevin, why do you think you could win I'm a Celebrity?
Anton Deck, listen, I don't know what I'm doing here. I think I'd rather be with Tyrone. I think I'd rather hit him over the head with a spanner. Now, Rosia, Sophie, Sally, yeah. They're my family. Yeah. The seller nearly died a couple of years ago, and it really terrified me, yeah. And I'm not doing it for Roshi, I'm not doing it for Sophie, I'm doing it for Jack, and I think I could win I'm a Celebrity because I am the #1 character in Coronation Street.
Well, we disagree with that. Okay, so our next contestant and final contestant is a very, very famous comedian named Michael McIntyre. Are we all familiar with Michael McIntyre? Yes, we are! So, Michael McIntyre, why do you think you could win I'm a Celebrity? Oh my god, I don't. I think that I am the most amazing comedian in the world. And I do not think that I will stand in this jungle. There are no proper toilets. I want to feel that I have a proper toilet. I am sitting around a campfire eating rice and beans, and I do not like rice and beans, okay? So why don't all of you just go back up to the big old thing you stand on up there, because I want to get out of here. I'd rather be standing on a 5-star stage, wearing a lovely jacket. And I have a joke for you, ladies and gentlemen, yes. What do a hurricane, a fire, and divorce all have in common? You lose your home. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to tell you a little bit about my personality. Now, I'm a very private and secretive person. That's it, really. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm now going to take a quick break, but I will be back afterwards. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Rich. Cheers. Well played. The gentleman over there on my right looks a bit like